This is the final long week of a homestand because the Yankees do finish the season with 3 games at home against the Boston Red Sox. You have a Monday off, and then you have 3 games against the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have been beaten up. They've lost a lot of pitchers, 60% of their staff within 5 days early in the season. They've also lost Bautista, but they've played you tough. You're 6-5 against them. How come it's been so tough?
Well, I mean, they swing the bats is the bottom line. Even with some guys hurt, they still swing the bats. And, you know, they've gotten some people back. Lowry's back. I know he's playing again. And they have left-handed power, which always serves well in Yankee Stadium. And Encarnacion has had a great year. I think he's got 40-plus home runs. So we're going to see Romero, we're going to see Alvarez, and we're going to see Laffey. And we need to win games.
People seem like they want to throw lefties against you.
Yeah, I mean, we see two out of every 3. It's absolutely amazing. People are coming up with lefties. But we've always known there's a lot of lefties in our division.
I've always wondered this, Joe. A team like the Blue Jays are out of it, and the Red Sox are out of it, but they played you really hard in those 3 games in Fenway. Are they loosey-goosey to the point that they have no care and they're tougher to beat? Or would you rather play a team that's a really good team in the middle of it?
Well, I think they are loose, and they know they can take more chances because, you know, they're playing spoiler, and I think people enjoy that. They enjoy, you know, being part of an important game because, you know, when you get in some of those games where it's 2 teams that are out of it, the importance of it is not so much. But they understand that they have a responsibility, and Baltimore did it last year. I mean, they got excited to play those games, and they were tough.
How many games in your career did you play that you were completely out of it in September?
Oh, there was a few.
Is it hard to get up?
Well, for me it wasn't, but for some guys, you know, it's just it's a different feel when you walk on in the field and you feel like, man, we're not going to make the playoffs. You know, it's just a different feeling in your heart. You still go out and play hard, but it's just a different emotion.
Well, the Oakland A's don't have that emotion. They don't have to deal with that because they are shocking the world, and they're doing with really good pitching. They've got some power as well throughout the lineup. They score runs, and they'll come into the stadium next weekend. A lot of people thought they were going to finish last this year. They have a very low payroll. What makes them good? You
know, they made changes in their offense, and they added some guys and sent some guys down, and they took off. I mean, they have power, as you talked about, and they have the speed. And Crisp and Weeks, and Cespedes has been a big addition to that club. So this is a tough club. And we went out there and played them tough, but lost 4 one-run games. And we need to just beat them by 1 run this time.
It's amazing because if you look back at when they beat you, those 4 games, that kind of started the rough stretch for the Yankees.
Yeah, it did. And it was right after the All-Star break, basically. I think we had a few games against Toronto before we left. And played well in those. But it did start a tough stretch, and then we lost Alex, and then some bad things happened.
Cespedes, what makes him so good?
Bat speed, athletic, power. He's got a lot of tools.
Josh Reddick, is this a better player than you thought he was going to be?
You know, I liked him in Boston, but he's hit a lot of home runs in not such a home run friendly ballpark, so he's played extremely well.
Ryan Cook made the All-Star game as a closer, but now Grant Balfour is the closer. How tough is Balfour?
Well, I mean, he's really good, and he's been in pennant races. You know, he's been in Tampa when they were good, and you know, he has great command of a fastball, and he's doing a good job for him.